Hola! Buenos dias! I'm Victoria D. MANGASER, Education Program Supervisor for Kindergarten and Mother Tongue-based Multilingual Education. I will be sharing to you what's to know about two aspects that are greatly viewed with anxiety and fear by many of our Teacher 1 aspirants: the interview and demonstration teaching part of the hiring process. Knowledge is power. Knowing what's ahead will allow you to be better prepared when your turn comes. Let us start with the interview. The Division Selection Committee shall interview applicants and ensure that all have equal opportunities to be assessed. Applicants shall be interviewed on topics such as professional experiences, instructional skills, technology or computer skills, classroom discipline, classroom management, knowledge of content and materials, planning skills, relationship with administration, staff, parents, and students, and personal qualities. The interview will be conducted at the district level. The District Selection Committee, headed by the Public Schools District Supervisor, and at least 4 school heads shall conduct the interview. Interview will earn the applicant 10 points in the overall rating. Applicants shall be rated based on 3 listed competencies and standards indicated in this table. Interview questions are to be aligned with the following. First, teaching ability. What do you know about effective lesson planning, instructional strategies and techniques, student assessment? For this particular competence, interview questions will measure the applicant's knowledge of content and pedagogy. Next is classroom management. For classroom management, interview questions will seek to measure your ability to effectively deal with students in the level you are applying for. Do you have a reasonable understanding of potential challenges involved in teaching students in the grade level? How will you remain productive and focused when faced with such challenges? How will you adapt your classroom management style to meet the needs or culture of your future school? And finally, school fit. How you interact with the interviewers. Your ideas and strategies that create positive relationships with administrators, faculty, colleagues, parents, and most especially the students will be of utmost interest to the interviewers in this competence. Ratings for interview will be based on whether or not the applicant's responses contain the target behaviors, and if they indicate well-developed skills and aptitude for the competency in each component, which would most likely lead to job success. Raters shall make the following ratings: 5 points for exemplary responses, 3 points for fully acceptable responses, 1 point for responses that are not fully acceptable. The number of points attained for each of the 3 listed competencies, teaching ability, classroom management, school fit, shall be added and then divided by 15, then multiplied for the 10% interview score. Now, we move on to demonstration teaching. Demonstration teaching gets the 15% weight of the total RQA points of each applicant. May I invite your attention to this table. Applicants shall be evaluated according to the rubrics indicated in the following components for demonstration teaching. Component A, lesson planning and preparation. Quick check answers to these questions will give you an insight whether or not your lesson plan is up for a good mark. Do your lesson objectives reflect high-level learning related to curriculum framework and standard? Are they adapted where necessary to the needs of individual students and permit practical or workable methods of assessment? Do the elements of the instructional design support the stated instructional objectives, engage students in meaningful learning, and show evidence of student input? Is the lesson or unit highly coherent and has a clear structure? Do the materials you have prepared support the instructional objectives and key concepts, engage students in meaningful learning? Component B is on classroom management. Of interest in this component are classroom routines and procedures. Are they seamless in their operation? Do students assume responsibility for their smooth functioning? The observers will also look into how you organize the physical space for the learning activities in the demonstration teaching. Component C is on the teaching-learning process. In this component, focus is on the teacher's knowledge of content and pedagogy, the teacher's questioning and discussion skills, students' learning and their response to activities, and the learning activities itself. Component D is on language proficiency. It centers on the teacher's use of language, especially on the medium of instruction of the learning area chosen for the demonstration teaching. Is the teacher's spoken and written language correct and expressive, with well-chosen vocabulary that enriches the lesson? Are the information and ideas being presented conveyed with clarity? Component E is on the assessment of learning outcomes. The committee will look into the congruence of the assessment with instructional objectives and key concepts, both in content and in process. Is the teacher's plan for student assessment duly aligned with the instructional outcomes with clear criteria and standards that show evidence of student contribution to their development? Component F is on reinforcement of learning. In the demonstration lesson, the committee will look into how the teacher provided opportunities to strengthen knowledge, process, understanding, and performance. The demonstration teaching should showcase the important elements of each of the components listed in the table. Applicants should undergo demonstration teaching designed specifically for the teaching positions they are applying for. DepEd Order Number 7 also provides special provisions for certain cases. Applicants for K-3 who will perform demonstration teaching using the mother tongue of the locality where the school being applied for is located shall be given an additional 5 points on top of the scores they have obtained. For applicants who may be assigned in a school located in an IP community and or serving IP learners, the Division Selection Committee shall give due recognition to an applicant's knowledge and skill in integrating indigenous knowledge, culture, and skills into the teaching-learning process as demonstrated in the above aspects. Muchísimas gracias. Como siempre, na División de Ciudad de Zamboanga, tabla kita, no hay cosa imposible. Cree, junto-junto, puede.